This will work, won't it?
This will work just fine. Welcome back to another episode, guys. Yesterday, my dad and I got home from driving from Green Bay. We had a couple awesome days with Spencer. I'm now 4 hours, maybe 5 hours east now. I'm over in Ohio. I'm with my buddy Josh, and later today we will be with Jack, my two friends from college that you guys know. We're going to spend the weekend around Lake Erie and going to be fishing for walleyes and bass and stuff the next couple of days. But today we're at the Maumee River, my buddy Josh and I. We don't have fishing poles right now. I created this video last year and I'm going to try to recreate it this year because I kind of failed at it last year. The Maumee River is, Josh, how would you describe the Maumee River walleye run? It's tough to know where to start. It's not the cleanest river in the world. This river, the river's very low right now. And this is pretty much the cleanest the water gets. The Maumee River, my hood's up by the way because it's kind of raining right now. I'm hoping it doesn't get much worse, but for those of you that don't know, the Maumee River is a river in the southwestern corner of Lake Erie. All the walleyes run up it, well not all, but a bunch of walleyes run up it in the springtime to spawn and do their thing in the shallow rocky river. And boy do the fishermen follow them. You already got one? Yeah. There we go, we already got one. This is called White Street. It's a spot you fish when the river's high. Usually you're fishing this when the river's like up here and flooded. And there's fishing line everywhere. There's lures everywhere. Basically, you already got two?
3.
Here you go. Phenomenal job, Josh. What happens with this river is people line the banks. Like literally there will be hundreds of people lining each side of the bank and they're all casting, trying to catch these walleyes. And what happens is people snag fish, they'll snag the bottom, they'll snag trees, they'll break off. And what ends up happening is just a disgusting amount of trash that ends up on the shorelines of the Maumee River. So what me and Josh are gonna do, we're gonna spend about an hour, maybe hour and a half, try to collect a lot of garbage like fishing line, lures, grubs, stuff that people are using to catch these walleyes. We're gonna take those garbage trash lures that people have just left behind on the riverbanks. We're gonna try to catch some fish with them. Huh?
Are we getting line too?
If there's like big bundles of line, yeah. I need some
tons of line.
yeah, I need some leader, but that's kind of just trash.
Oh, trust me, you'll find like there's some right there. There's a shit ton right there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like there's
shit, guy.
There's just garbage everywhere. It's really, oh, there's another one.
This one's probably from the 80s.
That one's been here for years. Doesn't even have a hook. That's the worst part, is the line everywhere.
Like, how does that even happen?
I don't know. I mean, it's Maumee River, the cleanest place in the United States of America. How does this happen? And there's miles of this stuff too. Like, we're not even able to put a dent in this today, unfortunately. You gotta just look for the colorful stuff right here. This is a fresh jig, 100%. That's from this season.
So is this one.
Like, how does this end up here?
We got 10 in about 2 minutes.
Not even. Oop, Josh, you missed one. I mean, this is how the whole riverbank is in the heavily fished areas. That's gonna catch a 30-incher. Josh, how big's our bag at this point? I mean, there's literally just stuff everywhere. Ugh. This came off one bush. It's just ridiculous. I'm finding more there. All right, so Josh and I just took like half hour, 45 minutes and walked this entire shoreline, got all the garbage we could find. There honestly wasn't all that many, but we're on a little bit of a time restraint. We now have 2.5 hours to fish before we have to meet my buddy Jack and then take the ferry over to Middle Bass Island. It's back here. We're just putting the stuff back. So this is what we're going to be using to catch walleyes today. Plenty of, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use the line, but there's so many jig heads. That's just freaking crazy. Last year was way better for finding garbage. Like, I found so many weights, hooks, like jig heads. Like, I had the biggest pile of stuff, but it wasn't so good for the fishing. I'm thinking this year's gonna be a little different. This access area wasn't used very much this year. That's why there wasn't that much garbage, but I mean, even that. And it's not like we were picking up everything we saw either. Me and Josh are talking. You guys know I've needed a new car forever. My poor Suburban is 215,000 miles on it. I wanted an FX4, a Ford, and now I think I'm gonna get a Ram Eco, that's what they call it, Eco Diesels, because I drive so damn much. A lot of times I'm not towing, but I don't want to get like a sedan, something like that. So I need a truck with really good gas mileage, and these waders are not gonna fit. Today we're just gonna use this short little 6.6 Favorite Rush. Got a nice jackhammer reel on there. Unfortunately, we were not able to find any sinkers, and I don't trust, oh, we were. Is this a good weight?
Yeah.
So we got these weights and these lures. I'm just going to use the fluoro because I don't trust any of the line that we picked up. Once we're down to the river, I'll explain to you how we're fishing. But yeah, we have like a 10-minute walk down to the river, right? All right, well, I'm going to get rigged up and then I'll meet you guys at the river. All right, here we go. Here's the Maumee River in all its glory. There's a decent amount of people out here, but honestly, this is nothing. There's usually just hundreds lining the shore. We're at the tail end of the run, the end of it, but there's still a decent amount of fish around. So the way this rig works, the walleyes run up this river to spawn in swift rocky areas just like this. Your rig, you got braid to a little barrel swivel right here, 4 to 5 feet of leader, which is usually just simple fluorocarbon or mono. Then you have a floating jig head. The idea is that the jig just kind of floats in front of these fish and they eat it. But obviously a lot of fish are snagged doing this, and that was not a far cast at all. So basically you just kind of drift, and most times you won't feel a bite. Most times it just kind of stops. It's definitely an extremely interesting type of fishing. It's most fun because of like the stories and the camaraderie you get from fishing next to hundreds of guys. Everyone's in here basically to keep the walleyes to eat, because who does not love eating walleyes? Josh and I think, are going to keep a couple if we get some. But that's going to be the deal today. Hopefully these recycled lures work. I got plenty of them in my pocket, so if I break off, I will have more. Let me see what you got. Josh has one. What is it, a sucker? Was a sucker. You got another fish? That one's fighting. Josh has got 2 in the first like 5-10 minutes here. You're sure it's not a walleye?
You know, it's swimming upstream like that.
Uh-huh.
The
Walleyes will not swim upstream? What do you know? That sucker ate it. It's in its mouth.
I've caught them where it's like down their throat.
Hold that beauty up for the nice people at home. What is that? Like,
it's a red horse sucker.
A red horse sucker. Here's my first bite, if you want to call it. I ran into, I think that's a sucker. I don't know. My lure came back with a scale on it. We are around the fish. There's one. Oh, that was a fish, actually. No scales, that was a fish. I felt that one bite it. Okay, that's fine. You got one? It's pulling. I don't think it's a walleye. You got a catfish. Is that a channel cat? And he ate it. That's unbelievable. That is a channel, right? It is actually in its mouth. That's unbelievable. You're Mr. Multi-Species today.
Channel cat's got to eat.
Not a terrible one.
That's a nice channel cat.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice snag of lures. I just felt myself grip into one. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the mother load right there.
Hey, there's one of mine in there.
I'm sure there is. I said I could feel that I ripped some lures out of a stick. There's a hair jig. Which one would be yours?
Some of the black hook.
Black hook.
I'm just curious if you see any like black hooks in there.
No black hooks.
Black head with the white.
There's a hair jig in here. Yeah, there's a hair jig. That's the best catch of the day. This is better than any walleye. Add it to the collection, I guess. Oh, actually, we might be rewarded in the last 10 minutes. It's been so slow. Is it? Yes! We've watched so many people around us catch some fish. And Josh got his walleye. Dude, that's choked it. I never thought I'd see the day. Walleye, and he actually ate it. It didn't get snagged.
It just fell out.
It was in the mouth. I'm shocked. We got our fish sticks tonight, Josh. All right.
7 more.
The clock has struck midnight. I suck, Josh. This river hates me.
Yeah. Lake Erie and its tributaries hate you.
Yes, they do. Green Bay loves me. Lake Erie, not so much. Josh and I are wrapping up right now. This is why you don't buy cheap waders. There was so much water in here.
We weren't even fishing that long either.
No, we were fishing for maybe 2 hours. The reason there was so much water in here, but I didn't get wet, is because I was wearing another pair of waders under these. That is ridiculous. These things are going right in the garbage. We are back at Josh's house now. Buddy Jack just arrived. We are all packing up the cars, getting ready to go out to Middle Bass Island, take the ferry out there. I'm going to show you guys that because it's really cool. But first, we failed, guys. We failed the recycled fishing lure challenge. It's not so much we failed the challenge, we just failed to catch a fish in the Maumee River again because we didn't. I did. I can never catch a fish on that damn river. I think I'm cursed. I did it one time last year when I made this same video. That was like the only video I've ever made of actually catching fish on there. Although I personally was not able to catch a fish, there was fish being caught all around me. I don't think it was because I was using those recycled lures. I was basically using the same thing as everyone else. All those jigs were maybe just weeks old. It's just the fact that I picked them up off the riverbank does not mean they were the reason I did not catch one. So although I was not able to catch one, I hope you guys still enjoyed seeing that Maumee River experience because it is it's very interesting to say the least. And we cleaned up a little bit of the river today. It's always nice when you can go to a body of water and leave it cleaner than it was when you arrived. Jack, you excited?
Oh yeah. Boys weekend!
That was, there's a couple things I want to say about that, but I don't think it's YouTube appropriate. We're saying goodbye to mainland right now. Josh, Jack, and I just got on the ferry to Middle Bass Island. We had to drive about an hour away from Perrysburg. Jack has a house on Middle Bass, which is, that's Put in Bay right there. I think it's the island beyond that. Again, I'm not sure. This ferry is just like full of cars right now. It was only like 15 bucks for the round trip travel there, but I am just so excited. Lake area looks so beautiful right now. There's a lot of guys fishing, but it's really calm, and the walleye are popping. The bass should maybe be popping. I'm not really sure, but Josh, Jack, and I are just gonna spend 2 awesome days out here fishing, catching up. Like I said, they're my friends from college, so I never really get to see them all that much. So it's really fun spending a weekend with them like this. Big time audible, folks. We got all the stuff packed in the car. We were on the way to Jack's, but he insisted that we come fish this little marina right now. Apparently it's really good early in the season when the water is warm in this marina and nowhere else. There's 1,000,000% bass in here that are gonna bite. We're gonna fish those rocks with a jig tomorrow.
Ew.
Mark my words.
With a jig.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, oh my God, a smallie fouled this to the surface. I'm not kidding. Look at the swirl. See that swirl right there? I swear to God.
How big was it?
It was not small. I swear to God. I'm not sure if the camera got it, but you saw the swirl, right?
I saw the swirl, yeah.
Did you see the body at all?
Yes, it was brown. It was a smallmouth. Yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't a carp?
No, screw walleyes. We're bass
Maybe
fishing.
if Chris today.
We're definitely fishing in here tomorrow. That's the thing. These guys want to walleye fish reefs for little males, and I want to bass fish. There's one. Oh, it's a huge smallie. Dude, big smallie. Yes, they're in here. Okay, it's not huge. I just haven't caught a smallmouth in months. I have the biggest smile on my face right now. We are fishing this harbor tomorrow. No, I got it. Smallmouth.
That is a pretty good one. Here, the lighting's good. I'll take your pictures.
Chris, is that the one that followed it?
It might have been. I'm not sure.
Here, turn around.
God, I freaked out and said that it was a big one. Smoked it though. Feel the fish. It's not that cold.
It's like, I wish I could catch one like that.
First Lake Erie fish of the trip. Jack, thank you very much for stopping here before on your way to your house. Very cool. On the jerk bait.
Can I get that like breadsticks or anything?
We don't need breadsticks.
Can we get more of that too, please?
Oh, no, damn it, those are
25 minutes?
huge.
Okay.
Ugh, Jack is on the phone, so I can't yell, but oh, do I want to yell. That was a 5-pound smallmouth that literally grabbed it right here. I'm casting 10 feet away.
Did you get on video?
I hope it captured it. I'm not exactly sure, but wow, was that big. We're playing music on the dock. Yeah, this drum snapped. Like, dude, he grabbed this jerkbait and it didn't move. It's a big drum. I thought it was snagged at first. Come look at this. Jack, come help me with this. I thought drum don't eat jerkbaits.
I probably shouldn't be putting my, here, help me out. I don't know what that is, dude.
Oh, dude, he's got it on both sides.
Yeah.
Just hold it for a second. That is the weirdest thing. He's got it on both sides, too.
That's a nice drum. Fish Ohio.
Is that a Fish Ohio drum? If you guys don't know, these are kind of seen as a trash fish, not a sport fish. What is that?
I don't know. Is it on his gills? Or it's just on the skin?
I don't know. I don't know what exactly is right here, but there's something that's attracting a lot of game fish right here. All right, I had those 3 smallmouth encounters, 1 drum. Josh caught a drum also. We're going to get the pizza and then back to Jack's house. Thank you very much for the suggestion, Jack, to fish here. All right, guys, it is much later in the evening now. Jack, Josh, and I, we've all eaten. We've gotten the boat ready. We're right back at Jack's lake house here now. It's a really nice house, but we're not here for the house. We're here for the fishing. Lake Erie is just outside his window. He's got a nice lakeside property, and all of us are just so excited to get out on the water tomorrow morning. That little tiny little like half-hour fishing trip in the marina was a phenomenal sign. I don't know exactly what we're going to fish for tomorrow, whether it be walleye or bass, whatever it is. I know we're going to have a phenomenal day out there. That's going to do it for today's video, though. Thank you to each and every one of you for watching. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you in the next video.